Hello everyone, welcome back to another X and Y Daily. Yesterday, we of course covered the brand new Mega Charizard X. Let's move on to his younger brother, the Y version, Mega Charizard Y. And this is obviously, for most people, the inferior, shall we say, version, but it was the one that was revealed first alongside, Mega Venusaur, Mega Blastoise, and we thought they were just going to stop there, but apparently, no, they weren't. They went, took that step and made it into a dragon tank. But Mega Charizard Y still has its own kind of unique look to it. The fact that it has this kind of spiked head, it has these three prongs at the top, a very large central horn, these aerodynamic appendages kind of sticking out from his arms, a little bit of spikes on the tail, ridge tail, and then of course very kind of worn down wings. It looks like they've been kind of cut at places and they're very kind of ragged, which is very interesting choice, I feel, because it almost signifies that it's kind of weak in the flying department because its wings are being kind of torn asunder, but it gives it more of that ravaged, that's not the word. Anyway, let's move on from that. What's my opinion on the design overall? I like it, but to be honest, there is not a huge amount of difference from the original Charizard, so it's not like it's standing out to me. It's the cool little changes and the kind of nuances that they've given to it, but nothing over the top, I feel. And, sometimes subtlety is a good thing. But when you're talking about a Mega Evolution, you kind of want to go all out, and that's what Mega Charizard X is. It's kind of completely all out there, whereas this is a little bit, I don't know, phoned in somewhat. But it's still cool, I still like it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, as always, and whether you prefer this over. I'd be interested to hear if there is anyone who actually prefers this over Mega Charizard X. Oh, his name is SuperBlah411. Yeah, Nick doesn't really like Mega Charizard X for some reason. I don't know, go ask him why. Go tweet him. Tell him I sent you. Anyway, let's move on to the mechanics, shall we? So, Mega Charizard Y, what does it have to offer us competitively? Well, not as huge a change as the X form, unfortunately. There is no alternative typing. It remains fire flying, and that is, it's okay. It's fine. It's just, well, there's the Stealth Rock problem. But, the Stealth Rock problem is still a problem for Mega Charizard X because it starts off in normal Charizard form anyway, so it's not like that's something that I can put down on this guy and not on the other one because they both share the same problem. It's just that he doesn't have the bevy of resistances that come along with the Dragon typing, which is, unfortunate, but there you go. The major difference and the main interesting thing when this guy was revealed was his ability. Now, weather has always been a big thing during the whole of 5th gen. It was kind of the thing that took over OU, and it didn't really shift. It just kind of stayed there. There were different variations on it, and it's still going strong today. But the fact he has Drought, and that there are so few Pokemon that have access. There's only one in OU, of course, Ninetales, which has access to Drought. Does a good job for him, especially when you consider that, when you're running a weather team, you're usually leading with your weather starter a lot of the time, especially if your opponent doesn't have a weather team as well, or not as well, but if they don't have one and you do, then you're generally going to get your weather up because you might as well get up straight from the start of the game. And so this works into Mega Charizard Y's favor because if it leads off, it doesn't have to deal with Stealth Rocks, and that is the problem that it would face trying to set up Drought anyway. But you can lead off with it, transform first turn, get Drought up, and be ready to go. And I'm pretty sure Mega Charizard Y is going to be more powerful than Ninetales is. So if you want something with Drought that is more offensive and more powerful, you don't want to waste a slot on a Ninetales, people will certainly run straight to this guy because he offers an alternative, and that's great. That's definitely something we need more of in terms of weather starters, because you only have a few choices currently. It's very limited. Now, its changes in terms of stats, we of course know that Mega Charizard X has a boost into the physical attack stat, but Mega Charizard Y opposes him having a higher special attacking boost to his name, which is pretty cool when you combine it with Drought, because you have obviously the advantage of using stab stuff like Overheat, like Fire Blast, like Flamethrower, a bevy of moves at his disposal, and they get not only boosted by the sun, but the fact that he has a higher special attack stat, it's all rolled into a nice little package, and it works. The real question is, how many people are going to substitute their Ninetales for a Mega Charizard Y? How popular will it be in terms of whether it could be, you know, up there in the OUs if people are using it a lot as a lead-off for Drought, but still has that Stealth Rock problem. As is Mega Charizard X, I've already mentioned, so if people are kind of counting on him to do super well as well, there's always that possibility. But regardless, I'm pretty sure we've covered most of the stuff here on Mega Charizard Y, so let's wrap it up. So, if you enjoyed this video, thank you for enjoying it. You can show that enjoyment by leaving a like down below. That would be absolutely fantastic. If you tell me what you think about Mega Charizard Y, leave it thoughts in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter at LordMBZ, Facebook.com/LordMBZ, and that is pretty much it. I will see you guys tomorrow with yet another XY Daily, and until then, have a good day, and goodbye.